So now we're on the outside of it. We actually get to walk all the way around the lighthouse. Alright guys, this is the first video of the 2023 solo trip up to the UP. Gonna do a probably 6-night, 7-day or 7-night, 8-day trip. My first ever solo trip, so should be interesting, but I'm excited and gonna get to it. Just stopped in Gaylord, Michigan to stop at Jay's Sporting Goods to load up on my fishing bait. Got me some night crawlers and some bee moth, and also purchased a road map for the Upper Peninsula. There's no service in a lot of spots that I'm going to, so need to make sure I don't get lost. But really excited. Today we're gonna cross the Mackinac Bridge, and I'll set up another video as I'm crossing so y'all can see that. And gonna cross the bridge, take US 2 all the way on Lake Michigan shoreline until I hit 77 and take Highway 77 up to Seney. And then I'll probably fill up with gas there. There's a BP gas station in the middle of nowhere there. And then I'm gonna head up to my lake. I don't know what lake I'm gonna stay at yet. I think I'm gonna start at Canoe Lake and check out the campsites there. And if the campsites look good, I'll probably pitch tent there and call that camp for a few nights. If not, Ross Lake is just down the way. Fairly close, maybe a 5-minute drive. I've been to Ross Lake. I know Ross Lake. I know the fishing there. It's not great, but I know where to catch them, and I'm familiar with that area. So I'll hit up one of those 2 lakes for my camp for sure. And then I'm gonna spend tomorrow hiking Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. I'm gonna take the famous Chapel Loop and go see all the iconic sites to see from that standpoint on the Chapel Loop Trail. I'm gonna spend a few days around Pictured Rocks and Munising area, just checking out some different waterfalls, a lighthouse, maybe a couple different lighthouses, and gonna bring y'all along with me so you can share the experience. Looking forward to the week and getting out there with the bears and the wolves. No, it's all good. Anyway, yeah, sitting here in Gaylord, gonna grab a bite to eat, take off, and hopefully be up at my campsite by 2-3 o'clock this afternoon. So looking forward to the trip. Can't wait to show you guys what the UP looks like. It's a pretty special place. Peace. All right, so we're coming up on the famous iconic Mackinac Bridge, and you guys are gonna cross it with me today. So the Mackinac Bridge, couple facts, is 5 miles long, and it's also considered the 8th wonder of the world. It's pretty remarkable. You have Lake Michigan on your left and Lake Huron on your right. Essentially, the Mackinac Bridge divides both Great Lakes. It's pretty iconic. Something special about this place up here. They also say once you cross the bridge, you have entered heaven. That's what the UP is to me. It is heaven. It's so beautiful. So here we are. Looks like they got it down to 1 lane today too. Probably gonna be a little backed up. Alright, so there's Lake Huron to your right. Get the amazing blue color water. And there's Lake Michigan to your left. You can see out in the distance, there's Mackinac Island. Just was there on September, it was pretty fun. And we have officially slowed down. Pretty wild. We are sitting on a 5-mile bridge in between 2 Great Lakes. Crazy. Every time I cross this bridge, it's just more and more amazing every single time. So I'm actually driving on the grates right now. There's actual grates on the road. You can see straight through there into the lake. It's pretty wild if you think about it. Like I can look over the side of my window right now and just see water. And I'm driving over the grates. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Special place up here. UP is a special place. Looking forward to this week, guys. I'm gonna sign out because I'm gonna have to pay as soon as I get down here to the other side. Yes! You pay by me! Wanted to pull over here to the Bridgeview Park, which is just to the west of St. Ignace. After you cross the bridge, there's a nice little park where people can come stop and take a rest and just get some good pictures of the 8th wonder of the world, the Mackinac Bridge. So it's been, I've always wanted to stop here, cross this about, I don't know, 6 times in the last 4 years, and I have never stopped. Finally got the chance to do it, so I figured I'd share it with you all. This right here is why I love US 2. freaking cool is that?
I tried the hard stuff.
Right along the shores of Lake Michigan. What a beautiful drive. The water is absolutely gorgeous today. Yeah!
But the toughest.
So we're at Munising Falls in Munising, Michigan in the Upper Peninsula. And I'm gonna take you to it right now. We are on the upper viewing platform of Munising Falls. There's also a lower viewing platform down here. That's another reason why the UP is amazing. Yeah! So glad I took this trip. Really needed it. Just literally parked 5 minutes ago. This is my first spot before I get to the campsite. Love it. Alright guys, so we're at Munising Bay. There's the pier for all the boats and the boat tours, fishing boats, sailboats. Munising Bay. Just off there to your northeast is where Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore starts. You got Grand Island out in the background. And Lake Superior. Pretty cool. Something about this place. So cool. Well guys, I think what we're going to do is we're going to pack up, head towards Ross Lake, and might stop at Miners Castle real quick before we go to camp. We'll see. Just depends on what the road situation looks like and how much traffic's back there, but Miners Castle is such a beautiful spot as well. Hope you enjoyed Munising Bay. Off to the next adventure. Alright guys, so we found our campsite. We're at Ross Lake State Campground on Ross Lake. I like Site 9 just because it's got a flat area for the tent. But Site 8 has the view. But there is literally no flat spot to set your tent. So there's the view. You can see Ross Lake through the trees. So just trying to figure out what I want to do, because you absolutely want to have a flat area for sleeping in a tent, but that view is pretty nice too. Campsite 1, it was okay, and it actually has access to the water, but it's literally right in front of the entrance. So people could pull in and see my stuff and whatever. But Campsite 9 is way back in the corner. It's second to the last campsite. And it's pretty private back here. So I think what I'll do is I'll set up on 9 and maybe use the fire pit on 8, because nobody's here. I'm literally the only person in the entire campground. literally the only person, which is great. So I'm excited. We got perfect setup with the truck over here, the lake view from here. Now the boat ramp is just down, it would be northeast of where I'm at right now. It's like a 1.5 minute drive. So I can take my kayak down there. If I stay at site 9 here where it's flat and it looks like it's going to be the best option, then I won't be able to tie my boat up to the bank. But if I stayed at campsite 1 way down on the other side, I would be able to tie my boat up or my kayak up at the bank and leave it there, which is kind of ideal. Maybe I'll just leave it there anyway. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think there's going to be too many people here this week. I think I might be the only person. So this is going to be fantastic, guys. Looking forward to it. We're going to get some fishing in tonight. I'm going to get camp set up real quick. And then tomorrow we've got a full day of hiking. We're going to do the 12-mile Chapel Loop Trail at Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. Probably going to go into Munising, and on the way home, check out Miner's Castle again and Miner Falls. So busy day for tomorrow. Definitely putting on the hiking shoes and gonna need every ounce of energy I can. But let's get camp set up here real quick, and then I'm gonna go down, put the boat in, and we're gonna do some fishing. So enjoy. I'll follow up with y'all on any fishing successes, or maybe when we get back for the evening at the campfire. So peace. All right, guys, so we decided to change up campsites. I wasn't liking 9 how high it was. I didn't have any access to the lake. So I came down here a little bit and I thought, let me check out some more again. So I decided to go with campsite 4, which I think checks all the buckets. I'll show you around a little bit. It is directly across from the bathrooms and the trash and the Ross Lake check-in station. Right there, where I just put my camping registration fee in here. Again, nobody's out here, not a single person. Got this entire campsite to myself, so it was like, or entire campground to myself. So this is campsite 4. It's got way more room than 9 or 8 did. 8 was the one that had the view. It's got a great fire pit that sits far away from where my tent is going to be. Got a nice picnic table. And I set my tent back here under some trees to keep it shaded a little bit, and then the sunset's going to set over here in the west, so I think that's going to be best for morning. It's going to keep the tent cooler longer. So yeah, got everything set out here. Gonna probably go out and fish for a little bit and cook, but this is what I wanted to show you. Come down here, look at this. You can see the water through the trees, but look at this trail. This trail comes down here and oh, whoa, about fell there. Nice clean trail. Comes all the way down to the lake. You've got 2 cool things about this. One, there's this old well or something, I'm not sure. It's just sitting here. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened. You got this old well that's sitting here, and look at the view. If you're standing on top of this thing and it's open, there's nothing, there's no trees or anything around here. And look at that view. So I think I'm gonna sit here tonight after I have some dinner and just kind of relax and look at the water. It's absolutely awesome. But then you also have, look at that, your own little beach area down here. I can just pull up the kayak and leave it here. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh, so glad to be here. Look at this place. It's freaking beautiful. So this is Ross Lake. It's huge. I'm gonna go do some fishing. Land me some monster pike, man. Hopefully land me a nice walleye too, but word is there's no walleyes in here, so probably just gonna get bluegill, some sunfish, and a pike or two, but hey, whatever. Fish is fish. I'll eat whatever. Anyway, just wanted to share the new campsite update, show you what I've got. Peace out. What a view. What a view. This place is incredible. I'm so glad that I decided to do this trip. Holy cow. So far it's worked out perfect. And you know, when I was on my way down here, I'm not gonna lie, I thought, this is my first time completely alone out in nowhere land. You know, I had a little bit of doubts, not gonna lie, and a little bit of worrisome about the loneliness. But I'm telling you right now, once I got out here, set up camp, took a trip around the lake in the kayak and did some fishing, I'm so glad I'm here. Exactly what I needed at this time in my life. Just a lot going on, and I'm glad I was able to come. But this has been great. This is awesome. We're gonna have a great week. We're doing a lot of stuff, so much hiking, so many things and sights to see, and so many lakes to visit and fish, and it's gonna be just amazing. Looking forward to it. These two bald eagles are just talking up a storm, and they're going after each other. It's pretty cool. All right, guys, first night dinner. Big old ribeye steak. Oh yeah. And that smells good too. Hey, when we do solo camps, we do it right, man. We bring big ribeyes and all kinds of meats. My lovely, beautiful wife at home doesn't cook meat very much. It's all right though. I love you, babe. All right, just want to show you what dinner was looking like. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys, I'm at Chapel Loop at Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. This is an iconic 10 to 12 mile, depending on what route you take, loop that goes past all of the iconic sites here at Pictured Rocks, including Chapel Rock, Lover's Leap, Mosquito Falls, Mosquito Beach, Chapel Beach, Grand Portal Point, all kinds of different amazing views and cool things to see. So here we are at the trailhead. And it says bear aware, so beware for bears. That's all right, I'm strapped. Ain't no bear gonna get me. All right, guys, well, this is gonna be a great one. Let's do it. Here we go. It's a little chilly this morning. I ended up wearing shorts, and I think I should have worn pants for the first part. But I think as I walk, I'll warm up. This is a full day hike, minimum 5 hours. And there's lots of stops along the way, so I've packed my lunch and water and essentials, so we're set, including toilet paper. So here we go, guys. All right, so we've come to our first stop. This is Chapel Falls. It's absolutely amazing, and let's go take a look. Now this fall goes all the way down the hillside into Superior, and we'll see that later when we get down to the bottom. So there's actually, it goes all the way down. I think it's near Mosquito Beach, if I remember correctly. So we'll take a look at that later. So hope you enjoy. I've never seen this view of Chapel Falls before, but it is pretty incredible. Hey guys, so I'm out hiking and I just saw this deer eating. It's a doe, and she does not care at all that I'm here. Doesn't care at all. All right, so most of you know my love for Lake Superior, obviously the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. But guys, we've just came to our first Lake Superior iconic site on the Chapel Loop Trail. Are you ready for this? Chapel Rock, guys. Look at this view. Look at the colors of the water. Tell you what, guys, this right here is serenity at its finest. I love coming up here. This is the most beautiful part of the country. More to come, guys. We have probably 8 or 9 more iconic sites to go see, so I'll keep you updated. All right, guys, so about an hour to an hour and a half ago, pretty sure I just saw a bear. I'm not even kidding. Way back there towards the end of the stream. But anyway, about an hour ago, we were up top at Chapel Falls, and this is the bottom part of Chapel Falls that flows right into Lake Superior. Pretty cool, and I swear I just saw a bear back there. I'm not even kidding. He just ran across that tree or behind it, way back in the background. Oh no, there's a bear. That's pretty cool though. I am going to be a little bit cautious as I go on the rest of this trail, because this trailhead actually goes up and around to the direction where I just saw that bear. So wish me luck, hope I don't get eaten. All right, guys, so there's a deer right here, and it does not care that I'm here. He's literally 10 yards away from me. She, it's a doe. She was even closer just a minute ago. Hey, girl. You getting your morning breakfast, are you? Pretty neat. This deer is like 10 feet away from me. It is not moving. Hi. This is wild. I mean, this deer is right next to me. All right, guys, we're at the next iconic spot for Pictured Rocks. So there's two famous arches on the lake shore. The first one is Lover's Leap. I don't know what, I'm sorry, the second one is Lover's Leap. The first one we came to today, I don't know the name of it, but it's just an amazing sight. Lake Superior is like glass today. I mean, it is glass. This is the water I want to water ski on in the morning up at the lake, but oh, what an incredible view. Here you go, guys. You hear the seagulls going crazy. I literally cannot wait until Tyler's old enough to enjoy this and come out here with me. It's one of the things I want to be able to share with him, is love for the outdoors. And you know, he's starting to get to that point where, you know, he likes to go hunting with me and things like that. But coming out and seeing these sights, you know, for most people is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And we're just so fortunate that we get to come out here and do these things, you know, whenever we want, really. Not, well, as time off at work allows, but you know, we've been fortunate to do what we do. And this is just, I mean, there's no words to describe the scenery that is behind me right now. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. All right, guys. Hope you enjoy arch number 1, which I don't know the name of it, but we'll just call it the Beautiful Arch. So I just arrived to Grand Portal Point. Pretty neat. All right, bye everybody. We've done 7.11 miles, 3 hours and 20 minutes. I still have about 4.5 miles left, and that's where we're at. And we've come to probably the most iconic site on Chapel Loop Trail. This is Lover's Leap Arch, and it is stunning. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, this is what you see in the movies. This is what you see online when you Google Pictured Rocks. I mean, this is the first thing that comes up. It's an incredible sight. It's one for the ages. And you can see how clear Superior is today. I just can't believe it's just like glass today. That's Lover's Leap Arch. There's a story to it. I just don't know the whole story. It's something, I don't know. We'll have to Google it and read up on it again, but pretty neat. Some tour boats out there in the distance as well. Pretty awesome. Alright guys, so this is the iconic shelf rock. That rock is flat as a table and it sticks out, I don't know, 100 feet into Superior. Probably 300 feet right there. It's just incredible. So the rock shelf, I've always just kind of wanted to run out there and see how far I could walk out. I mean, I don't think it's past your knee deep, but who knows? I don't know. Never been out there. Just looks really cool though. And then right around that corner was Lover's Leap with the famous arch that we already talked about. So yeah. This is a long day, long hike, 12 plus miles. I'm also gonna go hike a couple more hikes and see Miners Falls as well as Castle Rock. So lots to do. Peace. This is the bottom of Mosquito Falls. Mosquito Falls starts up top, comes all the way down, and rolls into Superior. Got my feet in the water. Yep, and it's cold. Superior is freezing. Feels so good though. And the last site, excuse me, of the hike is Mosquito Falls. Way back over there. We're gonna go over there and hike across that bridge in a second. Here's a little bit better representation of Mosquito Falls. And there's more way up there. This dude is spent. Oh, probably lost 10 pounds in sweat. It was only in the 50s when I got out here this morning. Probably pushing 70 right now. We're about 5.5 hours into this hike. Probably got another 45 minutes to an hour left. What a day. Mosquito. Falls. See if we can't get a better view up here. Oh yeah. Oh, that trip. Miner's Castle. Morning. Just woke up from night 2 at the campsite. So tired. It's like 7:30. I slept until like 7:30 out here. Of course, I hiked like 15 miles yesterday. Came back and paddled quite a bit too on the kayak, so I'm sore and exhausted. The first 2 days have been go, go, go. So day 3 today, we're just gonna take it easy. I got some coffee going right now. Got the coffee going. The water should be boiling. Getting there. Once that boils, we've got Death Wish coffee, the world's strongest coffee ever. Each one of these packets has 300 milligrams of caffeine. That's how freaking strong that stuff is. Death Wish, Death Wish, Death Wish, Death Wish. Oop, now we're going. Coffee's gonna be ready. Time for me to get that Death Wish, baby. Peace. Alright, so got my butt moving this morning finally. And did some fishing. Had some coffee. Did the bathroom duty, you know. And decided to come out here to Ausable Lighthouse. Now, Nicole and I visited out here in September of last year, but I had a pretty chill day today. I'm tired. I hiked like 15 plus miles yesterday, and I just want to take it easy. So it's a 1.6 mile, 1.5 mile hike out there. And here's the trail. Once we get past this whole trail leads right on the side of Superior until we get out there to the lighthouse, and we'll view it, and we may even go up in it. We'll see. And then come back, and then we're going to go to the log slide overlook. And then into Grand Marias and see Sable Falls. And then back to camp. Hopefully I'll be home by noon, 1 o'clock. I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the day after this morning's adventures. So, Ausable Lighthouse, next stop. Ausable Lighthouse, guys. All right, guys, so once again we're at Ausable Lighthouse, right on the shores of Lake Superior. Absolutely beautiful. And right over here to my right, you might have to zoom in as you're watching, but that is the log slides. So back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, they logged the majority of that land over there, and they would roll the logs down the hill or the sand dunes onto the logging boats, and that's how they would transport all the logs. It's pretty incredible. We're gonna head over there, and there's actually an area to park and go take a look at it. You can look straight down the sand dunes, which word has it, it could take you 2 to 3 hours to climb back up if you go down. And if they have to rescue you, it could be anywhere from $700 to $1,200. So we're not gonna do that. What we are gonna do is we're gonna take some cool pictures and give you guys some video so you can see what it's like there. And then I think I'm gonna head into Grand Marias and stop at Sable Falls, check out a new waterfall I've never seen before. Maybe grab some lunch in Grand Marias. And I hear there's a really good sandwich shop there, so might do that. Then I think we're gonna head back to camp and just take it easy for the rest of the day. I'm pretty tired. Hiked a lot yesterday, doing a lot of things today. I guess not as much hiking today, but still going to check out a lot. So hopefully get back around 1 or 2 and just take it easy. But I want to sign off and give you one more view of All Sable Lighthouse and the log slides. All right, guys, we're at Sable Falls, and wow, my first time seeing it. Pretty cool. Now we're at the midway viewpoint, but I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom and see if I can't get another shot of it. But it's just so big. By the way, there's 168 steps down to the falls and 168 back up. I didn't know that until I got here. This guy's gonna get a leg workout today. All right, let's go to the bottom, see what we can't see from there. Hey, here's a better view of Sable Falls for sure. Came down about 50 stairs and there's a lower overlook. Pretty intense. So Nicole and I have actually been looking for some property up in the UP for, I don't know, 6-8 months. I mean, obviously I don't think it's gonna happen this year with the whole job situation. We're still waiting to figure that out, but we gotta make it happen. We gotta find us a plot of land up here and just get up here, man. This is, I mean, it's just truly incredible. All this stuff right at your doorstep. Later. All right, this is my first time at Sable Falls, and wow. What a view. I mean, the sheer volume of water coming down this hill is just incredible. Sable Falls from the bottom overlook. All right, guys. Came into Grand Marias, first time ever here. It's an awesome little town, but everybody knows I'm a sucker for lighthouses. Well, here's a little tiny one in Grand Marias. It's Grand Marias Coast Guard Lighthouse. It is active. Right on the shores of Superior. What an amazing trip. Today's been fun doing a couple things I haven't done before up here. So visited Sable Falls just a minute ago. It was incredible. Now I'm in Grand Marias, which is like a postcard little town. Literally looks like it was drawn up on a postcard. I missed the log slide overlook turn in. Highway 58 up here is curvy as heck, and if you take your eye off that side of the road for a second, you're gonna miss your turn. Well, I missed it. So we're gonna stop on the way home and check out the log slides. But here is your Grand Marias Coast Guard Lighthouse. Peace. All right, guys, I'm at the log slide. Come check this out. We're gonna go on a little hike through the alder bushes. And there you are. Freaking awesome. What you see way back there off of that point is All Sable Lighthouse, which is where we were just at this, or I was just at this morning. I kept saying we because I'm tucking everybody on the camera, but that's where I was at this morning. Way out there on that point. If you zoom in, I'm sure you can see it. But this is the log slide overlook, guys. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. Well, I'm gonna go on a hike over here and see if I can't get a better view of the actual log slide dunes. So, later. So there's two people that decided to go down, and now they're climbing their way back up. It's at least a 2-hour climb up. At least. Look at this view. Unbelievable. All right, so I came to the other side of the lookout, and here is an amazing view of the log slides. And then as we go down through the little trail, even a better view of All Sable Point and the All Sable Lighthouse. Look at the watercolors. This is unreal. Flippin' believable. Pretty magical. There's a reason why they call the UP heaven, folks, because it's frickin' heaven. Good day. Well, guys, I'm back at camp. you see the tent there in the background. I left the log slide, and there's a overlook, oh, I don't know, maybe 2 miles past the log slide. It would be west of the log slide, to Lake Superior. And when I was passing that this morning, I thought, man, that'd be a great spot, as long as not so many people are there, to go down and take a bath in Lake Superior. Essentially, I mean, I haven't rinsed off or nothing in 3 days, so I was pretty stingy. So I stopped. There's probably 6 or 7 cars there, but I stopped and put on my swim trunks and took a towel down to the beach, jumped in Superior, which is freezing, by the way, probably around 53 degrees today, and rinsed off in Lake Superior and just sat on the beach and drip dried for about 20 minutes. It was beautiful. I might go there tomorrow morning and take another bath. But yeah, so we're all clean, ready to go, sitting here back at camp. I think I've got the rest of the afternoon to just chill, so I'm gonna go down and do some fishing, hopefully catch me some dinner for tonight. I haven't had too much luck fishing so far. I haven't been out that long, really. I've been doing a lot of hiking and sightseeing, so I've only got, oh, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half total of fishing in, and so far, and it's already Wednesday. Couple gills, but other than that, not much. But I'm gonna go out and do some serious fishing this afternoon, relax on the water, and enjoy it. Take care. Minor Falls. Morning. It is a whopping 6:59. And I am leaving Ross Lake. So just finished 3 nights at Ross Lake over by Munising and Grand Marias. Hiked so much, sight saw so much, kayaked so much, fish not so much, but I did get out there. But it is 7 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, day 4. Got 3 more nights left. Today we're gonna head down to Tequamanon Falls, go see the Upper and Lower Falls, and then when we're done with that, I think I'm gonna head out to Crisp Point, or Whitefish Point, sorry, Whitefish Point, and then over to the campground for the night, over at Bodie Lake. And once I get to Bodie Lake, I'll set up camp, and then tomorrow we'll probably head out to Crisp Point Lighthouse, and then there's another trail there that goes out to Superior that I want to take too, that I've taken before. It was almost 4 years ago, but all right, guys, so like I said this morning, we're going to Tequamanon Falls, and I am here. First time here. It's pretty surreal. It's really cool. Here you go. That is a big, giant fall, folks. There's about 6 different viewing spots. So we're going to keep going down the trail and see if we can't get some videos of the other spots for everybody. Let's see if I can't get it in the background. There we go. Pretty incredible. Tequamanon Falls. God, I love the UP. And we're at our next stop. I did forget to mention that this is the Upper Falls. There is an upper and a lower falls. We're gonna go see both of them this morning. This is the upper. The Upper Falls for the Upper Peninsula. All right, guys, so I came down to the brink of the Upper Falls at Kayak Falls. You're in for a surprise. This is the Kayak River and the Upper Peninsula Falls. Wow. Wow. It is so loud. It is so loud. What a very, very cool sight. Something I've always wanted to do is come down here and see this, or I should say come up here. And here we are. One of my bucket list items in the UP to check off now. Here guys, so we had a couple videos up at the brink at the top. Now I've come down to gorge view, which is the bottom view of the Upper Falls. So I wanted to share that with y'all as well. I mean, this is just unbelievable. I did not get a video on this camera, on the GoPro of it, but I did catch it with my cell phone in time. But just a minute ago, there was a deer that walked literally across the brink, the top of the falls. He was probably, I don't know, 100 feet back from the actual fall, but he walked all the way across. She, I guess it was a doe, but it was really cool. I got that on my cell phone video. So if I can edit while I'm making this video documentary of this trip, if I can throw in that cell phone video in between the videos here on the GoPro, I will do that because that was pretty neat. All right guys, going to the lower falls right now. Later. Guys, there's a freaking deer crossing the river right above the falls right now. Look at that. How cool is that? Don't go over the side, buddy. How cool. Upper Falls, the Kayak River, the Kayak Falls State Park. Bucket list check. All right guys, so we're now at Kayak Falls, the lower falls. It's pretty neat. There's a lot of people that actually you can get in and swim and walk across, and there's another one over there. We're gonna go check out a couple different sites, so you guys will get a couple videos here. But just absolutely awesome. I mean, the Upper Falls was just incredible. There's nothing to really describe it unless you see it in person. So I highly recommend you do that. All right, let's go check out the next spot. Alright guys, so here's another view of the lower falls. There's one over there. There's another one right here. And another one up top. Lower Falls. You can actually feel the spray, the mist from the falls right here. It feels pretty good on a hot day. Feels really good. Well guys, next stop is going to be Whitefish Point. We're going to run through Paradise, grab a bite to eat, and then go out and check out Whitefish Point and the Shipwreck Museum. Looking forward to it. Yeah, okay, bye. Performing Lower Falls. Alright guys, this is the Whitefish Point light station. We're out at Whitefish Point today. Over here is the museum. And the lighthouse. I'm gonna go up in that thing. They let me. I'm gonna do a tour at least. Out of respect for all the people out here in the museum, I'm not gonna do any videos inside, but definitely wanted to get one right now before I go in. And we'll walk out to the point and I'll do a quick video out there as well, because I am running super low on battery right now. So short and sweet. Whitefish Point, Whitefish Point Lighthouse, and the Shipwreck Museum. Should be pretty awesome. And we are out at the Whitefish Point overlook. Alright guys, we're out at Whitefish Point. This is the actual point. We just got done with the museum tour. It was really cool. I wish I could have videoed in there too, but just out of the privacy and respect for others around, it was pretty crowded. I didn't want to pull out the camera, so but definitely recommend it if you're here in the Upper Peninsula, specifically east northeast. Go out to Whitefish Point, check out the Shipwreck Museum. Pretty incredible. But here is actually a giant ship going by right now at Whitefish Point, where hundreds of shipwrecks have happened over the last, hundreds of years, a couple hundred years. Lots of history in there. It's pretty neat to read about everything. But here we are, Whitefish Point. There's a huge transport ship there in the background. Huge. And the water is turquoise blue today. Absolutely turquoise blue. I mean, it just keeps going, guys. Wow, that is cool. That ship out there is enormous. I just can't get over the watercolor of Superior. Every time I see it, it's just unbelievable. Whew, great day. Been a busy day. Got up at 6 a.m. packed up camp and left camp by 7 a.m. Drove 2 hours to Quinman Falls, made a pit stop in Newberry, got some ice and some essentials. Went to Upper and Lower to Quinman Falls. Then I came out here to Whitefish Point. I did stop in Paradise and grab lunch. It was a fantastic burger and fries. Oh my God, felt so good to have normal food. And then out here to Whitefish Point. It's been a great day. Later. Meant to do a video earlier, but as I'm walking back, I might as well do it. It's gonna be interesting to make a whole video of this trip out of 2-minute clips. I borrowed this GoPro from Sam, our neighbor, good buddy of mine, and the battery in it, let's just say it's on its way out. So if I do a 2-minute clip, it takes about 15 to 20% of the battery, and I gotta plug it back in, and it takes an hour or more to replenish that 20%. So a lot of times when I'm doing these videos, I'm down to like 15-20% of battery life, and it takes 4 hours to recharge it. So I'm just doing short 2-minute clips, because preferably I would like to do a whole video where I was recording, you know, things for an hour, 2 hours at a time, and I just can't do that on this trip. So it'll be interesting to see how I can edit this and turn it into a, you know, a mini show or mini movie of the trip, you know, because it's just like, hey, here we're here and I gotta go, bye. Oh, and hey, we're here and I gotta go, bye. So I'm not able to speak for long periods of times or show you guys long periods of clips or video myself canoeing or kayaking or you know, setting up camp and things like that, because I'm limited to 2-minute clips. Like right now my battery's at 10%, so I gotta go. I gotta plug this back in. I got an hour back to camp, set up a new camp out at Bodie Lake, so I'll be there in an hour. So hopefully I can get another 20% in the next hour so I can record a video when I get there, but we'll make it work. I'm just glad I get to take this. Thanks, Sam, appreciate it. Wasn't able to find another battery though. I looked at like 4 different stores, but apparently nobody sells GoPro batteries, so we'll make it work, buddy. Later. All right guys, just landed on tonight's camping spot. We are on Bodie Lake, and I've actually been to this lake before 3 years ago when Jeremy Lear, good buddy of mine, came up here. We stayed on Colhane Lake, which is just down 1.5 miles, 2 miles that way. Would be west of here, but I stopped by that campground, drove around. There's campsite number 3 on Colhane Lake campground that I contemplated staying at, but I wanted to come down to Bodie and check out this campground too, because like I said, it's just a couple miles down the road, and I'm glad I did. The pines here are incredible. I mean, the pine trees are freaking enormous. So yeah, let's go check it out. Here's the truck. This is all pine straw. Got a flat area for my tent right here. And then look at the boat landing for my kayak. Boom, right here. Right on the water. And here's Bodie Lake. There are a few cabins on the other side of this lake. Most lakes I've been on have been pretty free of cabins, but there are a few on this lake. There's actually more of the lake that you can't see around the corner there. It's probably double the size of this part right here. I want to say Bodie's 300 plus acres. I don't remember, I'd have to look it up. I do have the lake maps with me, so I'll check that out later. But this is Bodie Lake. The reason I wanted to stay on this lake is because it's a great fishing lake. I caught a 3-pound walleye out of here 3 years ago when we were here. Bunch of gills, big pike. It's a great fishing lake, so I'm looking forward to getting out there and doing some fishing. Have a good night. All right, guys. Took forever, but we're all set up and ready to go fishing, so hope we catch the big one. There's the old kayak. Got 2 flotation devices in case things get crazy out there. It won't, but we're good. Got 2 poles set up on the back, little tackle box, and a little waterproof case. That's what the orange little box is. It keeps the cell phone, keys, etc. dry, and it floats if you tip, so you don't lose those. and some water. I think I can hear the walleye. The Bodai Lake walleye, they're already talking to me. There's at least 2, 3, 4 pounders in there. And we're gonna go get them. Alright guys, so the campground I'm at, Bodai Lake Campground, has a hiking trail. Never knew about it until I was walking up to get my camping slip to fill out and pay and drop it in the deposit box, pole thing, whatever you want to call it. But it's 1.25 miles, and it looks like it goes right up next to another small pond maybe, but we're gonna give it a go. So there it is. You can see the darker green pathway. I've dropped a pin on my navigation on my iPhone just because I don't have this path downloaded on my All Trails app, so I don't want to get lost. But I am strapped just in case any bears or wolves come after me. They don't stand a chance. So this 1.25 mile trail is bunk. It ends going one way about 0.1 mile into it, and it ends about 0.25 miles going the other way. And then it leads you into, ooh, there's a frog. Hey buddy. Leads you into a nowhere land. And the mosquitoes are pretty bad out here. So I guess this hike didn't last very long. It's all good though. It's the wilderness. We'll keep forging on, see if we can't find something else. I ain't got nothing else to do. I have fished for like 2 hours and haven't caught a thing. Just a bunch of small pike or a bunch of small perch. Haven't even caught a bluegill. Easiest thing in the world to catch. All right, here's our trail. Back to camp I go. Oh, just sitting down, and I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed. Take off this hat. I'm stressed out. I mean, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I just want to go fishing, swimming, just sit here some more, read a book. It's just too many decisions. I'm stressed. Yeah, I think I'll just sit here some more. I mean, you guys can clearly see why the situation I'm in is so stressful right now. I mean, you understand, right? Yep. 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 I just don't know what to do. I think I'll sit here and just do nothing. Morning. Night 4. I just woke up from night 4. And slept pretty good. Got up pretty early though. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And crawled out of the tent around 6:30-ish. And just got coffee made. Thank God. Need that coffee. And just hanging out this morning. I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful morning. There's no wind, so the mosquitoes are pretty bad. But yeah, just kind of taking it easy this morning and hanging out for a bit.
Might go out and do some fishing on the kayak. I don't know. I've had zero luck fishing this week. Zero. Which is weird because every time we come up here we catch a lot. Well, not every time, but most times. So I think I'm just gonna hang around, maybe grab a little bite to eat, and then head out to Crisp Point Lighthouse this morning, and then do the hike off the North Country Trail, which goes out to Superior. It's about 4 miles each way, so be just a little bit over 8 miles. So I'll do that today, and then come back, I guess. Beautiful morning on the lake. I'll show you guys. There's the morning view.
All right, guys, on my way out to Crisp Point Lighthouse, and this is the scenery on the way out. You literally have to drive 10 to 12 mile an hour. That's how bad the road is. An 8 mile track out to the lighthouse will take me probably 45 minutes. And the 17 mile, oh, we're getting right past. Man, my truck's gonna vibrate to death. The 17 mile track out to Bodie Lake took me an hour and 20 minutes. That's how rough the road is. 17 miles, an hour and 20 minutes. I'm going 13 mile an hour right now. It'll just literally vibrate your truck to death. It's crazy. Peace. All right, guys, here's some more roads heading out to Crisp Point. We've now left the gravel. We are straight on dirt. And I got about 6 more miles of this windy, hole-filled road that you can only drive like 12 mile an hour on, maybe 15. I'm going 15 right now, but it's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Remember the last time I came out here, it took us forever to get out here, and some of the holes in the road were so bad it actually knocked off my lower bumper guard, that plastic bumper guard that sits below your front bumper. Yeah, we had a hole so big that it knocked that loose. So pretty wild drive. Oh, getting bumpy. So we'll be out at Crisp Point here in about 20 minutes, and I'll do some more videos out there, but just wanted to share what the road is like coming out here. Pretty crazy. Gonna be a good day.
All right, so I made it out to Crisp Point Lighthouse. Truck's still in one piece, but there's Crisp Point Lighthouse. I'm the only person out here. It is another warm, beautiful day right here on the banks of Superior. Just so peaceful out here. Guess what? We get to go up in that lighthouse right now, so I'm going to take y'all on a tour of the lighthouse. I have not been up there. 3 years ago when I was here, they had it closed for COVID. But I'm the only one here, and I just talked to the keeper who's here, and he said, yep, it's open, it's freshly painted. They just painted it last night. And we're going to go up top there on the ledge, and I'll give you a view from there as well. But here is the view of Superior. And Crisp Point Lighthouse. Let's go check it out.
lot of history to this lighthouse. We'll go in the gift shop and read about some history of it, but pretty cool. Here's the inside of the walk-in area of the lighthouse. And then we actually get to go up. Climb at your own risk, it says. We're climbing. Oh, the old feet. And we're on top. Here is the lighthouse, the beacon. Kind of out of breath. Ha! Look at that view. This is so cool. All right, so now we're on the outside of it. We actually get to walk all the way around the lighthouse. Down there is the I think it's like a historical museum. I don't think it's a gift shop. I think it's like just a little tiny brick building with some information and some restrooms in it. But look at the view from up here. It's so awesome. It's so freaking cool. A little bit crazy up here. There we go. Pretty neat. Can't wait to put all this video together. Should be fun. What a great site. Highly recommend coming out and checking out Chris Point Lighthouse. One heck of a trail to get out here, I'll tell you what. It's quite the experience. There is some shipwreck stuff out here too. You can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera or not. I don't know which one that was, but I do remember reading about that, and there is the bottom of it right there. There is Mama and Baby running down the trail right here. Hey guys. All right, so we have Mama and Baby deer on the road right in front of me. There they go. Third deer I've seen on the trip back from Chris Point. They're out this morning. All right, guys. On to the next adventure. Fueling up on some cheese and salami tortilla. Pretty good. It's been my go-to this week for lunch. Thanks, Kristen, for sending all that salami with me. But we're about ready to embark on an 8-mile trail hike on the North Country Trail. So this is going to take us down by the Two-Hearted River and down to Lake Superior. So there is the North Country Trail sign. The North Country Trail is the longest trail in the United States, covers over 2,800 miles, goes all the way from northern Maine to North Dakota, and it runs right past the lake where I'm staying at. So I'm gonna hike this. I have done this before. This trail was the trail Jeremy Lear and I took 3 years ago. When we were here staying at Colhane Lake, just next door to Bodie Lake, the lake I'm staying at. For the most part, it is pretty documented. All the trees have blue markers on it like that to keep you on the trail. So that does help. Steve, which is the guy who owns the Colhane Lake Resort that we stayed at 3 years ago, I ran into him this morning when he was on a walk. So he and I chatted for 10 minutes or so and caught up. Good guy. He even remembered me. Crazy, from 3 years ago. But he's the one that maintains this trail, so he does a great job doing that. He said he just cleaned it out last week, so should be a pretty good hike. So we'll keep you updated. Just to give you all an idea of how remote I am at on the North Country Trail. Here's an idea. Nothing. Nobody out here. And I am in the middle of the UP wilderness in bear country. Really cool out here. Sweating like a freaking banshee though. It's hot. All right, we just passed part of the Two-Hearted River on to Superior. All right, guys. I know I'm always joking about the bears and the wolves out here, but this is living proof. That is wolf scat. Wolf poop, guys. Out here with the wolves. Ha 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 ha. Well, I guess we'll keep forging forward. But that's pretty neat. All right. Excuse me. We're at an area of the Two-Hearted River. And I think I'm probably 2.5, 3 miles in to this treacherous hike. Oh. Been pretty brutal. Saw a bunch more wolf scat on the way out here, and I could see some brook trout down here in the stream. Wish I'd have brought my fishing pole now, but pretty peaceful. But I am hot and the bugs are atrocious, so I don't know if I'm gonna make it all the way out to Superior. I think it's probably closer to 5 miles out there because I'm about 3 miles in and it looks a long way away still, but we'll see. I might get up to the next road and turn around because I don't know if I'll make it the whole way. It's pretty hot and the bugs are stupid bad, so we're gonna see what we feel like when we get up to the next road, well, trail I should say, and go from there. But here we are next to the Two-Hearted River. You can tell in the background there was a big fire, I think would have been 9 or 10 years ago now, that burnt this whole area. Thousands of acres were burnt in that fire. You can see way back in the distance there, every single pine tree is burnt to the crisp. So all this wood out here is just dead wood. And it's kind of got that eerie feeling out here. I remember having that feeling the last time I hiked it too. Ugh, so eerie. Anyway, onward we go. All right, guys. I had to turn around. It's too sweltering hot. It's at least 6 miles out to the lake. Don't know what I was thinking, but I just ran across something I figured I would share. That is fresh bear scat. And you can see all the nuts and berries in it. Pretty fresh too. Yeah, so I'm heading back. Yeah, bye. Well, it's been a fun hike. I've still got about 3 more miles to get back to the truck. But if nothing, I got a lot of exercise and got to see some bear and wolf poop. Lots of it. And the bugs, my God, they're horrible. I'm sweltering hot. I can't wait to get back and jump into the lake. I'm gonna shed off all these clothes first thing and jump in to cool down, because holy cow. I brought a liter of water with me and I got just less than half of it left already. Been gone for a little over an hour and a half. Hour maybe, I don't know. Time flies. So, man, I'm getting into some thick stuff right now. Bye. The thing about hiking out here is there's no shade anywhere. So you're 100% exposed to the elements at all times. And on a mid 80-degree day today, like it is, whew, it can be a little daunting. But worth it in the end. More fire damage from the fire 10 years ago or so. You're just so remote out here. Ain't a soul in sight for miles and miles and miles. I'm probably the only person within a 15 square, well, I wouldn't say that because I'm only 3 miles from the truck, but maybe 5 mile square radius right now. It's crazy. If you guys see any bear creeping up behind me, let me know. Like you're all watching this live or something, which you're not. So if something creeped up behind me, it'd be too late. I'd be a goner. But stay strapped, y'all. I don't think a bear would like a Glock 22 40 cal in its face about 15 times. But that's what it would get. Well, we made it back to the truck unscathed. So that was a good hike. Super hot. So excited to go jump in the lake. Here's Colhane Lake. This isn't the lake I'm staying at. I'm staying at the one 2 miles down the road, but Colhane's a beautiful lake. It's actually 96 acres, just shy of 100. And like I said in prior videos, this is the lake Lear and I stayed at 3 years ago. But yeah. All right. Let's go shed some clothes and get in the water. Oh my God. Later. All right, guys. So I didn't have my GoPro with me and I didn't have my cell phone with me, but I was out fishing and I landed a nice 18-inch pike. I was actually trolling for walleye and caught me a pike. I was just about ready to give up and come in, and bam, he nailed it. So I reeled him in, and just felt good to get a big fish on. So we're on the board. So I'm gonna go out in about 5 more minutes, try again, and hopefully land me a walleye for dinner. That would be freaking phenomenal. You can't keep the pike in this lake. You gotta let them go regardless of their size. So won't be having pike tonight, but would like to land a walleye. I'd even take 6 or 8 bluegill, flay those up and have a fish fry, but no luck so far in the bluegill, just a bunch of little perch and that 18-inch pike. So I'll keep you updated on the board. All right, guys, so for dinner tonight, we did 2 cheddar bratwurst that I've diced up, and now we're cooking some Velveeta mac and cheese, and we're going to put the Velveeta mac and cheese over the cooked bratwurst already. I did this the other night and it was freaking phenomenal, so we're going to do it again, and that's going to be dinner because I did not catch any more fish after that pike. So mac and cheese and bratwurst it is. Just stir in the pot. Oh yeah. Listen to that loon. Such a cool sound. This is the best sound to fall asleep to every night. All right, oh, you can't see me there. There. All right, guys, so tonight's night 5, and tomorrow would be day 6. I told Nicole I'd be home. Theoretically, I can be out here until Monday, which is 7 nights and 8 days, but it would be nice to get home on Sunday and have Monday to unpack, clean the truck, everything. I mean, the truck is a freaking disaster. But tonight's night 5, so that means if I did one more night, if I did a 6th night, that would get me home on Sunday. The thing is where I'm staying at, there is I've done everything that I wanted to do, and there's not much more I can do other than just sit here and fish, which I know isn't horrible, but I also have a banged up shoulder that is limiting my kayaking. So I think what I'm going to do in the morning is pack up, head south towards the bridge, and figure it out from there. I'm going to have to make another video because my 2-minute limit is coming up. All right, so I'm back. So I think what I'll do is I'll pack up in the morning, make some coffee, do the morning routine, and then head out and go south towards the bridge. There's Brevoort Lake, which is, I don't know, 15 minutes from the bridge. It's a really nice lake. I've never been to it. I've read lots of good things about it. Actually, lots of great fishing about it as well. So maybe, but again, I'm limited, right? It's because of stupid shoulder, freaking golf injury right before I left. So I'm gonna have to get that checked out when I get back too. But so I thought about maybe there's also a couple campgrounds over right on Lake Michigan, close to the bridge as well. So I'm gonna check that out. Probably gonna drive through them and see what they look like, see if they're packed. If they're packed, I'm not gonna stay there. I mean, I came here to go remote, so I'd rather go home and stay at home than in a packed campground with loud generators and everything else. So I'm gonna go check it out. If it's not ideal, then I'm probably just gonna go home, and I'll get home Saturday night, which leaves me 2 days at home, Sunday and Monday, full days to clean up, unpack, spend time with Tyler and Nicole, and which would be awesome too. There's parts of me that want to stay out here for another night, for night 6, but then there's parts of me that just kind of want to get home and see them and get everything back to normal to start the work grind again. So we'll see. I'll make that decision in the morning. I'm going to run into Paradise where I have a cell phone signal, and then check out those campsites online, and then go from there. And then I'll update y'all once I get that decision made. So this has been awesome. 2 nights at Bodie Lake has been fantastic. So peace. All right, guys. Well, we're heading home. The shoulder injury that I sustained on Friday before I left to come up here has progressed, and my plan today was to stay at Bodie Lake for another night and fish all day today, but I kayaked quite a bit yesterday afternoon and last night, and then when I woke up this morning, that shoulder was hurting. It was sore and hurting, and I barely can move it today. It was all I could do to get the kayak up on the rack, to be honest with you. So I packed up camp and said, well, 5 nights, 6 days is enough. Let's go home. Could use a hot shower, sleep in my own bed. It's going to take me probably all day tomorrow to put everything away, and maybe I'll clean the truck on Monday and get that back in order. But heck of a trip. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Could I make it 7 nights, 8 days? Absolutely. Definitely would have done that on this trip if it wasn't for the shoulder, man. The only thing to do today would sit there and stare at the water. And even though it sounds peaceful, it would have got boring. So heading home, looking forward to seeing the wife and kid, and eating dinner with them tonight, taking a hot shower, sleeping in my own bed. Heck of a trip. Looking forward to doing it again, and glad I could take you all along with me. So when I get home, I'll edit this and hopefully put something together for y'all later. All right, guys, we're gonna cross the Mackinac Bridge one more time on the way home. So here we go. Huron to our left. There's some kayakers out there this morning, and Lake Michigan to the right.